goodness. All right, Mara, thank you. A 58-year-old grandmother and her 14-year-old grandson are facing manslaughter charges after a teen was shot and killed inside her home on Detroit's west side.
The police say Lise Cox's revolver was hidden on the floor under a dresser, not secured, not locked, when her grandsons got their hands on it on Monday. One of them is charged as a juvenile for allegedly aiming the gun at 14-year-old E.J. Watkins. The gun went off, killing E.J. E.J. Watkins' funeral is set for next week. And this case brings to attention people who have not been, as the chief complained earlier today, the police chief, locking their guns properly.
But there is a new product hitting the market designed to prevent such tragedies from happening. Jermont Terry is live with how a Detroit man's invention could reshape gun safety. Jermont?
Well, Kimberly, you know, we use U-Touch to unlock our cell phones and even our tablets. But imagine if you could use your fingerprint to lock and unlock your gun.
So what I'm trying to do is save lives.
Omar Kiani created this gadget called Identilock.
Identilock is a fingerprint brace trigger lock.
Essentially, the gun owner uses their fingerprint to lock and unlock the weapon within 3 milliseconds.
If I'm a child, I got access to this gun.
Right. You should not be able to gain access.
It's going red.
Right. So it doesn't matter how hard you try, you can't pry this open.
Kiani developed and engineered the product right here in Detroit.
I wanted to keep my family safe from the very gun that I bought to protect them. And this allows that.
He believes this product could have prevented the 9 children killed or injured while playing with guns in Wayne County in the last year and a half. Back in April, an 11-year-old shot himself with his father's rifle while home alone on the southwest side. This mother is spending 6 months in prison after her 4-year-old shot himself in the hand. The child got a hold of his great-grandfather's gun. The great-grandfather received a 5-year probation. And now this 58-year-old grandmother faces 15 years in prison for not keeping her revolver secured from her teen grandson, who shot and killed another 13-year-old this week.
This is going to be a challenging case for both sides.
Legal expert Neil Rockheim tells me while the teen broke into the room, found the gun, and loaded it, if this goes to trial, the jury will consider their own situation and whether there's true neglect by the grandmother.
And some of them may very well relate to the grandmother taking what she believed were reasonable steps to keep the gun away from the children.
No, that grandmother will appear here at the Frank Murphy Hall of Justice to answer to the involuntary manslaughter charges in a few weeks. We should point out the prosecutors also charged her grandson in this case. Again, the Wayne County Prosecutor's Office sending a very clear message that if you have a gun, you must lock it up. Reporting live, Jermont Terry, Local 4.
Jermont, and I'll let you get out of the snow in a minute, but back to this digital fingerprint lock. It sounds great, but first off, is it available yet? And what happens if the battery in it dies?
Well, it's going to hit the market right before the end of this year, so we have just a few more weeks. And if the battery dies, there is a key that you can unlock and get that lock off and still serve it. And it runs around $250, Devin.
Yeah. All right, Jermont.